Bro, content creation is crazy as fuck right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Wilbert Soot, he's in trouble right now for nibbling with this girl or whoever that was. Dream, we already saw the movie he made to defend himself against the minor allegations. He also went through that whole thing with Gumball and somehow managed to finagle his way through that. But I mean, he's Dream. He was never going anywhere. He just can't help but respond to everybody possible. That's besides the point. We're here to talk about GeorgeNotFound. Right now, he's currently being prosecuted on the internet. I mean, he's being crucified, really. I guess, quote unquote, assaulting this girl, and you know what, I won't even say quote unquote because that's rude. She seems like she's really heard about it from the video I saw, but in my opinion, that's what happens when you decide to just graduate out of high school, you turn 18, and you slap a little 21 plus wristband on and you go do things you're not supposed to do. I don't know who you want to blame. It shouldn't be George. What's up, boys? It's Bumpkin, and welcome back to another video. Yo, I missed you guys. I missed you guys so much. How have you been? Yo, how are the kids? How's the wife? Husband? Alright, anyway, okay, everybody focus up, lock in. This is a serious situation. Alright, GeorgeNotFound getting hit with allegations. I'm not trying to spit bars. I'm being so serious. He's getting hit right now, and I mean, I can understand why he's getting so much shit because of the absolute award-winning blockbuster film of a VOD that this girl created, talking about the situation he's involved in. And you know, I won't bullshit. A whole lot of it is he said, she said, this, that, the other. And I mean, knowing that, I already know, like, the real is never gonna come out. The truth, I guess, is never gonna come out. We don't really know what happened in that room. We don't know how awkward it got in that room. But from both of these stories, I'm just gonna conclude it. Bro didn't really do oh god. You want me to be honest? My guy, GeorgeNotFound, or Dream, or whoever brought these girls into the party, ask the damn age, and if they're not the appropriate age, you gotta kick the curb. Because from what he said, right? Because she said there were like 3 or 4 or something like that in the room with her the first day of VidCon, of this party, whatever they had going on in this hotel. She didn't mention the second day. He says there are about 8, they're 8 deep. They brought 8 people. Craziness. That already would have been a no for me. I don't know how Dream even did it, his antisocial ass. Now, since it's a whole thing and everybody's here trying to have a good time, naturally, everybody thinking that they're of age, they're gonna drink. Like I said earlier, the wristband, you remember that? She had one on, 21 plus. She makes the alcohol seem like this insane deal, if I'm gonna be honest. She makes it seem really incriminating, like the alcohol was never intended to come out, that it was at the party. I mean, alright, you needed a pass just to get into the place. George said that. You needed a pass just to be allowed to go to the party. They knew that. They didn't even all have the passes. Now, George or Dream, being the nice guy he is, I guess, which is his fucking downfall inherently, he confirms everything that's gonna happen at the party, lets them know like he's gonna hook them up. He's got everything they need so they can all get in discreetly. They all make it seem like it's a W. Y'all, we did it. We got the guy with the mask to let us into the back. She even took initiative for this party and found a drinking app to play. Already drunk, I think, looking for this drinking app. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure she was already drunk from a party. And I go through all this to say, she at some point mentions how he DM'd her, and so he knew her age because it was in bold in her bio. I hate that excuse, but whatever. It's kind of valid because you can't not see that. This excuse immediately gets shut down when you guys haven't even exchanged DMs yet and you're already trying to act like a grown-up, getting these drinking games, going to these parties that's 21 plus, right? Getting into places you're not supposed to be in. And she says this all because she was down for anything and her friend didn't want to go to see another content creator she was like flirting with alone. So Katie went with her and some other friends, some odd 7 more friends, with also claiming that in the beginning she was feeling really grown up before mentioning that he knew she was 18 already, which I honestly wish she just went out and said in front of everybody at the party aloud so they all realized she was like a child and she could have embarrassed herself into leaving the party. I don't know, it would have been a lot better than this situation, to be honest with you. Oh, Bumpkin, maybe she asked them to play a drinking game out of obligation. Oh, okay. She asked them to play it again the next night, but whatever. You know, you're right. And at some point she mentions that a friend walking by on her way to one of the hotel rooms mentions that they got an eerie feeling from her but didn't know what it was, and she didn't feel it until later too, which sounds like witchcraft to me. But where's this friend with like spidey senses when you're in this hotel room? Where's your friends at that are in the hotel room? Do they not notice anything at all? Hey, everybody's a little, you know, off some. Everybody sipped a little bit. Okay, fine. Maybe you're not paying as much attention. But correct me if I'm wrong. I hear girls talk about how they pay attention to each other and make sure they're okay all the time like that, or at least they're supposed to. Or your friends just too occupied with whatever they were doing to see if you were okay. I'm not saying they're bad friends. Don't assume that. Calm down. I'm just trying to understand the intensity of the situation and why, on her side, it feels like there was just this unbelievable tension in the room. And on his side, it just sounds like they had the most natural night possible. A little bit of miscommunication happened, but the miscommunication happens to be like a year later, and it was with her and her own thoughts for some reason. And I won't even say for some reason, because regret is real, it's possible. And if she later regrets the situation and it eats her up, okay, that I understand. I can sympathize with that. The part you fucked up on is when you made it seem like he sat down next to you, hugged you, and then slipped the hand. Okay, first of all, I love that they both needed like 30-minute long videos for this, even though honestly, one witness could destroy this whole situation easily. But if what he said was true, and it was about like an hour of cuddling before, or what was it, 30 minutes before he decided to try the hand thing, 30 minutes of cuddling tells me you guys had enough time for limbs to fall asleep, switch around, change positions, maybe a little spoon, big spoon, all that, the whole 9 yards. He even said you got up when your friend left, and you came back into the room. All right, you came back into the room and continued the canoodling, the fondling. Now, in her defense, she was drunk. They both were. So it's no surprise that she was a little more go with the flow than she probably would typically be. Okay. She also mentioned that she confused anxiousness for excitement. It's never happened to me a day in my life. I mean, maybe she's just different. All right. You know, everybody's different, whatever. Still doesn't justify giving him the assaulter role. Hate to disappoint you, but I'm also very glad to disappoint you. If any of you thought he was considered an assaulter because of this, yeah, shut that shit down immediately. Nope. Now, keep in mind, I'm not trying to unjustify her hurt, right? Her pain. Like I said, if you regret it and it makes you feel uncomfortable, I 100% get that. But that is all it is. Regret. That is not sexual assault. That is not rape. That is not anything of the sort. It was a regrettable decision that you never wanted to happen again. All right, cool. Unfortunately, you aligned yourself with his entire community. That is once again not on him. I don't know what to tell you. They also mention a little elevator situation where she says that she leaves and he decides to follow her out, and they go to the elevator, which sounds like it wasn't true. He says that as soon as Dream decided he was tired, the party was basically over, so she walked him back to the elevator. Of her own volition, by the way. This was completely her choice. She mentions he made a joke, pretending like the elevator's broken, asking her if she wants to come down with him. She says no. He obliges. He doesn't make a fuss of it or anything, and he goes to his room. I'd love to sit here and focus on how he's not weird for making a little joke, but I shouldn't have to tell you that, alright? Especially when she declined and he didn't make a deal of it. Let's talk about how that was her chance to escape, to get on out of there, to leave his side specifically. Instead, she followed him to the elevator, almost seeing him out, basically. Oh, well, she said in her video she felt like she had to pay a price, you know, be with big creators so she could get... Stop. Shut up. Shut up. Like, I really don't want to hear that. This girl has her own community entirely of like 20,000 plus people that'll back her, most likely, for almost anything she says. Bro, she does not need help. She's in the top 1% right now as a creator on Twitch. She is higher than 99% of the creators on Twitch. That gives you more than enough opportunity to build by yourself, distance yourself from his community, something you probably didn't do. I don't want to assume, but you probably didn't do it. I'm just gonna be honest. She then goes on to mention how this is the first time she's ever done something like this, and this is the first time she's been cuddled or touched like this before, and it made her feel dirty. Okay, fine. First time doing that, it was weird. All right, bad news for you. Over an hour of cuddling and then like a little attempt at an advancement. That is part of being an adult. That is an adult thing to do. You were new to being an adult, so I guess I can understand if you're a little confused, scared, uncomfortable, especially now in the moment, now that you can really think and you sobered up. Okay, still doesn't make George an assaulter. Still doesn't make it sexual assault. Like, I don't know how to clarify this. Bro didn't do anything. Sorry to say it, and everybody that doesn't like me for saying it, well, go fuck yourself. He didn't do anything. The worst thing he didn't do was say, hey, am I wrong for doing this? Are you uncomfortable? But why would you ask a question like that in the middle of an intimate situation? You guys are chilling, like, You seem to be connecting a little bit, all right? A simple no, I don't like that. I'm sure he would have quit it immediately. No bad blood. And I get not wanting to make the party awkward, but guess what? Kind of made the party awkward when you admitted to everybody that you were underage drinking in their party only after you got in the party, or in the secret room that nobody else was allowed in. I'm sure if any of those Minecraft YouTubers had like a pair of nuts under them, one of them just would have kicked you and your friends out of the party. That's what I would have done. Are you kidding me? You're 18 and you're at my party underage drinking and pretending to be 21. Get the fuck out. Get out. And see, now, are one of your friends gonna turn that into the dream team's full of assholes that don't let you have a good time or whatever the fuck, you know? Like, weigh out your options here. Think critically. It's either you go to this party and embarrass yourself by saying you don't feel comfortable, and a bunch of creators and people at a party that aren't gonna say anything about it later have an awkward situation. Damn. Or they kick you and your friends out, and there's a possibility that you guys make a big deal out of that as well. Once again, she's for some reason drunk. She probably wasn't thinking clearly at all, which is crazy to me because she says when she's at the party, she has all these different thoughts about him being a big creator and like how he's talking about when he was 19 and that's like the future for her, and she's thinking about how old he is. Now, this is all apparently happening during the party, but he's claiming that she's having the time of her life at this party, like having a good time, happy. This is why it's like, it's he said, she said. It's the most confusing situation I've ever seen this year, at least. She kind of leans into the later part of the video, uplifting people that are going through a similar situation. You know what I mean? Giving words of encouragement, making them feel powerful. And it's like, all right, cool, good on you. Is that an ambulance? I think that's very sweet and everything, but that holds absolutely no value when you claim that this group that we're speaking about right now has minors in their phone and has power over them. You very quickly and briefly mention how that was ill-mannered or absent-minded, I should say. Not a very critical thinker when you're sober, I guess. The way I see it, you can't play both sides. You either have to be righteous about it or you have to stop trying to be righteous. You know what I mean? Screaming that you don't want anybody's experiences to be downplayed and then making false accusations just because you were angry with a group of people. Unbelievable. Crazy as shit, in my opinion. I don't think I've ever made false accusations about somebody purely because I think that is a life ruiner. But hey, here you are calling GeorgeNotFound a sexual assaulter, an assaulter, a predator. That's basically what you're saying. You're basically saying that this man is a monster walking the earth, and you didn't realize you regretted it until about a year, half a year later. With that being said, I do have a small little piece for George. Dog, you're pushing 30. Hear me when I say this. These girls at these VidCon parties are not going to be any older than 23. And if they are older than 23, there's your demographic, bro. There they are. You can usually tell when they're older than 23. Try your best to find that. I think you should stay in that range. Maybe, you know what, I'll even say you can go down to like 21. Then you can at least safely drink with the girl that you want to flirt with, and this situation won't look so messy. I'm saying that like this will happen again. Hopefully it won't, buddy. You gotta steer clear. Start moving like Kanye or something. I don't know. Set up a new criteria. If you don't know the difference between excitement and anxiety, you can't come into the party. Boom. Done. Problem solved. And start age checking these fools. The only thing that she got you on was that her age was in her bio. That was it. That's all she got you on, bro. That, and you didn't ask her to advance in your hour and a half of cuddling, but nobody sees that as bad as not knowing her age. And because of not knowing her age, she got to make a powerful small little speech in the middle of her seminar and basically dogged on you about the whole importance of age and all that. And she's right. Oh, damn. She was right. Sorry to say it. Age is important. You should always know the age of the person that you're flirting with at any point in time. He didn't technically do anything illegal, but personally, if I were him, I wouldn't even hang out with an 18-year-old like that, so I'm sure he thought twice about it. As a matter of fact, he said once he found out her age, he stopped all advancements in general. But the way I see it, too little too late, buddy. Now you're in this bullshit. With that being out of the way, I think I've said my piece about the whole situation. To all my youngsters out there, you just got out of high school, you feel grown up? You're not. You don't know what the fuck you got going on. Chill out a little bit, alright, buddy? At least wait until you're old enough to drink, damn. And if there's an off chance a creator like GeorgeNotFound is watching, small tidbit of advice that you shouldn't really need, know who you're hanging out with at all times. I know the ability to just bring people into the secret room and chill and have fun and drink and all that is cool. Your community happens to be full, rampant of just little niggas. Get the hell on Hinge, bud. God damn, just do something other than meet them at VidCon. Yeah? Great. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, be sure to comment down below so I can go hard it. While you're at it, go follow my Instagram and my Twitter. I don't even really post on Twitter. Follow my Instagram. I'm on there more than any of those. I'll see you guys like next week or something. I don't know. If I really feel like uploading something sooner than a week, I will. But I will see you guys next week. You guys have a wonderful day. Peace, peace.